Unlike a lot of the stories that we do, with this story having a happy ending, I'm very thankful that no children were harmed in the making of this particular story, this particular situation. But it was definitely going to end bad. But I'm definitely glad that this child in this situation intervened in his mother's horrid behavior, and glad that she got caught. And I'm going to just ask the judge, man, don't be lenient anymore, because this type of thing will continue to keep happening, and she's not going to learn. Some viewers may find the following content offensive and controversial. The information in this video comes from multiple sources, including court records, official police charges, news web articles, and interviews. This video commentary also contains my personal opinions about the facts of this story. The point is to use this story as a cautionary tale in hopes of preventing tragedies like these to children going forward. Viewer discretion is advised. That is your official disclaimer. And I'm getting this story from 8newsnow.com, so thank you for the article. And Las Vegas, Nevada, y'all are taking an L for this one, man. The father of a 9-year-old boy who found a bag of drugs in his mother's home and handed it to police said that the criminal justice system has failed his family. In an interview with 8 News Now investigators, Anthony Cruz said that his ex-wife by the name of Kendra Long, who is this long titty, long face, decrepit looking broad right here, Kendra Long had chance after chance, which ultimately put his son's life in danger. They quote, "You want to protect him and not let those kind of things happen. And if it were up to me, it wouldn't have been a problem. It wouldn't have, but the problem is it's not up to me," Cruz said. "I could have protected him more, but the system protects people that shouldn't be protected. And in this case, it's just unfortunately, it just caused more damage." So in July of 2022, the child said he found a bag of drugs, and I will show y'all this video. A bag of drugs under his mother's nightstand while he was helping her look for something. Then he locked himself in the bathroom and then FaceTimed his father on his tablet. That's why you got to love the true spirit of children, because children will do the right thing as long as they're not coerced to do the wrong thing. They will tell the truth unless you make them value telling lies, right? That's why you got to love the indomitable spirit of children. So that's great. He let his father know what was going on. He was breathing hard and he was very nervous and he was scared. He said he could hear his ex-wife in the background trying to figure out what was going on. That's when Cruz said he called the police. When Henderson officers arrived, the police body camera video showed the child handing the bag of drugs to an officer as soon as the front door opened. Officers tested the drugs and determined that it was 100 grams of methamphetamine, aka meth. And she lied about it. Y'all got to see this video. She denied that the drugs were hers, of course. Like, why would anybody admit, yeah, those are my drugs? Yeah, I was about to sell 100 grams of meth. Why would anybody admit to that? She said, "I have a boyfriend that has access to my front door. I don't know this guy very, very well." So some phantom boyfriend. "Do I give you his name? I don't know what I'm supposed to do," Long told an officer. "Did my ex-husband put it there? I don't know." That all sounds like a bunch of BS. Cruz addressed the allegation. "To even put it in the hands of my son for a second would be, I would never entertain that idea," Cruz said. "I would never use my son and set somebody up with something that could be potentially deadly to him." While Cruz drove to the home in Inspirada neighborhood of Henderson, officers tried to comfort his son. "I just saw a couple of bags, pulled it out, and that's when I knew what it was," the child said. Long was arrested for drug trafficking and child abuse, which is great. It was finally like something was coming out, proving what I've been trying to say was been going on for a long time. So I guess they've been going through this custody thing for a long time. They never believed Dad. He didn't have any proof. And of course, she just lies about it. However, he and his wife, Rebecca, would learn Long would soon be released from jail. "I was thinking this because I think when somebody gets caught red-handed, they go to jail, but I learned that that's not the case, Rebecca Cruz, the child's stepmother, said. Henderson Justice Court Judge Stephen George set bail at $25,000, which Long posted that day, according to court records. So to a drug dealer, that ain't nothing but pocket change. In January 2023, prosecutors filed a court document stating Long violated bail conditions. Henderson Justice Court Judge Sam Bateman reminded Long to comply with the family court order, records show. In February 2023, prosecutors argued that bail conditions violations should be addressed in front of Judge Bateman. Long was admonished to follow CPS rules, which prohibited her from discussing the criminal case with her son, according to court records. In April of 2023, the criminal case then proceeded to Clark County District Court, where Long, the mother, pled guilty to one felony count of conspiracy to violate the Uniform Controlled Substance Act and gross misdemeanor charge of child abuse, neglect, and endangerment. Judge Monica Trulio sentenced Long to 24 months of probation. Now, what in the hell is she supposed to learn from probation if she's a drug dealer? 24 months of drug probation through a suspended sentence, meaning if she violated probation, she could be sent to prison. In October 2023, Long was accused of committing additional crimes while on probation. An officer with the Division of Parole and Probation found 9 baggies of drugs containing 7.6 grams of cocaine and 2.2 grams of methamphetamine, according to an arrest report. Long was arrested again. Las Vegas Justice Court Judge Harmony Lestizia set bail at $500 with high-level electronic monitoring, according to court records. $500. In December 2023, Long pled guilty to a misdemeanor drug charge. Lestizia sentenced her to credit for time served. It was noted that Long met with a representative from the American Addiction Centers and the case was closed. Like they're treating her like she's a drug user, not a drug pusher. Court records from Long's initial drug case revealed that she was sent to an inpatient drug treatment center in January 2024. Later that month, she was again sentenced to 24 months of probation. Cruz said he believed the courts were too lenient. He also said that there were warning signs before Long's arrest, and he provided documents from multiple Child Protective Services investigations, which were unsubstantiated until July 2022, that incident. Cruz said that he now has sole physical custody of his son. And he had to go through all of that just to get custody. That's ridiculous. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use. It is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107. Some of y'all took the thoughts right out of my head, and I've seen people get more time for weed than they do with what she got here, which is ridiculous. Leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think about this. But this will be kind of brief. Here we go.
A child finds drugs at home and turns him into police. The person taken into custody, his own mother.
Really, it's heartbreaking moments right there that unfolded, all caught on video. 8 News Now investigator Vanessa Murphy has this story you'll only see here.
A child hands a police officer a bag of drugs.
Well, thank you. So, we were called to come check on your son.
A second police officer tries to comfort him.
What's up, little man? What's going on? Hey, I'm Officer Hanson. You scared? What's going on, man? What's going on? Do you want to take a seat on the bench?
He's had my phone in the bathroom for like an hour.
This is the boy's mother, Kendra Long.
I have no idea.
I have no idea what that is.
Well, you just handed it to me.
Okay, I don't know.
So this is your child?
This is my baby. Yes, he's been in the bathroom for an hour.
Okay.
Literally an hour.
The child had FaceTimed his father while locked in the bathroom. The parents are divorced. The dad called police.
He was showing Tony this stuff that he found in the house.
I don't even know what that is.
Well, I don't either.
The other officer then talks to the 9-year-old boy who's in tears.
And what did you find inside the house that made you scared? Okay. Do you know what drugs look like?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Just take some deep breaths.
He says he found the drugs under his mother's nightstand.
I just saw a couple baggies. I was curious. Pour it out, and then I still didn't really know what it was.
Yeah, from like TV and stuff.
What?
Like you thought like maybe it was drugs from like TV and stuff.
Yeah.
Officers examined the drugs.
Yeah, that's a lot of meth. Wow.
It's not just like a little baggie, you know. Yeah, it's like one of my top 5, you know, in my 20-year career of meth hauls.
I can honestly say after 21 years, this is the first time that a kid's walked out with 12 pounds of meth in a baggie and handed it to us. If that is meth, then yeah, that's quite a bit of meth. It's not just, you know, recreational or personal use. That's like enough for, you know, a couple hundred people to party on a weekend. However, yeah.
Turns out this was more than 100 grams of meth, according to police.
That you do have the right to remain silent.
Me?
If you give up that right, you can say anything you say can will be used against you in a court of law. It's in your house. This is your house.
This is not my. I don't even know this was here. I can't even understand or fathom the fact that this is drugs in my house.
Long is arrested for drug trafficking and child abuse.
Does Cuss feel okay?
This was in July of 2022. Long posted a $25,000 bond that same day, violated a family court order, and broke numerous other rules, court records show. Still, she received no hard prison time and was given probation, which prosecutors say she violated. She was also sent to an inpatient drug treatment program. In her criminal case, prosecutors pointed to these text messages showing she clearly was dealing drugs. You want a $100 bag or half? The deal taking place with her son home. So it appears she was also sent to an inpatient drug treatment program. In her criminal case, prosecutors pointed to these text messages showing she clearly was dealing drugs. You want a $100 bag? Prosecutors pointed to these text messages showing she clearly was dealing drugs. Prosecutors pointed to these text messages showing she clearly was dealing drugs. You want a $100 bag or half? The deal taking place with her son home. So it appears this was all an act.
I mean, to me, it looks probably like methamphetamine, you know.
What is that?
You know what meth is.
Like speed or whatever. Like, I mean,
Come on.
What happens?
Everybody knows what meth is. You've watched Breaking Bad. I mean, Jesus.
I have never seen Breaking Bad.
Well, you should.
While police say his mother is lying, the child is recognized for his honesty.
Good job, buddy. Proud of you. You did the right thing.
Vanessa Murphy, 8 News Now.
The 8 News Now investigators reached out to Long's lawyer to try.
That was the first incident where we realized that even with red-handed type knowledge, it still doesn't mean anything in the justice court there.
Tonight, a father calling out the criminal justice system. This after a story only the 8 News Now investigators brought you right here last night.
So now this viral video shows a 9-year-old handing an officer a bag of drugs. Tonight, his father is sitting down only with Vanessa Murphy.
This is a 9-year-old boy handing a police officer 100 grams of methamphetamine.
Thank you. So, we were called to come check on your son.
The child says he found the bag of drugs under his mother's nightstand. That's when he locked himself in the bathroom and called his father on a tablet. The parents are divorced.
And he was breathing hard. He was very nervous. He was scared.
I know that my kid went in the bathroom and was in for an hour.
Anthony Cruz recalls hearing his ex-wife in the background.
She would come at him and demand him to open the door. What's going on? And maybe a few times she kind of yelled at him, but she was also kind of trying to seem like she was trying to figure out what was happening.
It's okay, man.
Cruz calls police and rushes to the Inspirada home.
Just take some deep breaths.
Henderson police try to comfort his son.
And what did you find inside the house that made you scared? Okay. Do you know what drugs look like?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
How does a 9-year-old know what that is?
That's a good question. I have no idea. He said that he's seen stuff like that before over there, and I'm guessing just from society, outside world, maybe, seeing things on TV, movies.
Inside the home, Kendra Long claims the drugs aren't hers.
This is not my stuff. I have a boyfriend that has access to my front door.
Right.
I don't know this guy this well. However, do I give you his name? I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Like, did my ex-husband put it there? I don't know.
To even put it in the hands of my son for a second would be, I would never entertain that idea. I would never use my son to try and set somebody up with something that could be potentially deadly to him.
Does Gus feel okay?
Long was arrested that night in July of 2022.
It was finally like something was coming out, proving what I've been trying to say has been going on for a long time.
But Anthony Cruz and his wife Rebecca would learn Long would soon be released from jail here.
I was thinking this was it, because I think when somebody gets caught red-handed, they go to jail. But I learned that's not the case.
Court records reveal Long posts a $25,000 bond to be released from jail that day. Prosecutors say she then violates a court order prohibiting her from discussing the case with her son as she tried to convince him she's innocent. She's warned in court twice by two different judges, still not taken to jail. In April of 2023, she pleads guilty to a drug charge and child abuse. In July, she's sentenced to 12 to 30 months through a suspended sentence, meaning probation if she complies, prison if she violates the rules. 3 months later, her parole and probation officer reports finding more baggies of drugs. Methamphetamine again, more than 2 grams of it, and nearly 8 grams of cocaine. She's charged with 3 more drug felonies. Still no hard prison time. Long is sent to an inpatient drug treatment center. But in Cruz's eyes, Long isn't just a drug user. She's a drug dealer.
I think it's both.
A dealer and a user.
Yeah, it looks like both to me.
Long's cases moved through 3 different courts: Henderson and Las Vegas Justice Courts and Clark County District Court.
You believe they were all too lenient?
Yeah, because none of them enforced any penalties on her. She's still, even after the probation violation, amongst several other things in there that she was violating.
Cruz says there were warning signs before Long's arrest. He provided documents from Child Protective Services showing multiple investigations, all unsubstantiated until this was caught on video.
How has this affected your son?
He's done, overall, I'm really proud of him. He's had to deal with a lot, and it's been not easy on him.
As his dad, how does that make you feel?
It makes me feel really bad. It feels like you want to protect him and not let those kind of things happen. And if it was up to me, it wouldn't have, but the problem is it's not up to me. I could have protected him more, but the system protects people that shouldn't be protected in this case. And it just, unfortunately, caused more damage.
Good job, buddy. Proud of you. You did the right thing.
As of November, Cruz has sole physical custody of his son.
So many kids have to suffer, and it's not really fair.
Vanessa Murphy, 8 News Now.
Now, to put it into perspective, government statistics show that 100 grams of meth means about 500 doses for the average user. The 8 News Now investigators did reach out to an attorney representing Kendra Long. He hung up during a phone call and did not provide a comment.
So I'm going to say this to the judge or judges that are dealing with these situations. It's clear to see that she's just playing, y'all. She's playing the system. She's thumbing her nose in your face because she literally keeps getting away with it. So what y'all going to do? Y'all going to keep letting her wipe her behind with the system and abuse her kids and abuse her freedom? Or y'all going to put the clamps down on her and get her out of society because she's not going to learn. She's just going to continue to be a slickster and continue to keep going out there pushing drugs wherever she's at. To me, these type of people don't need to be in society. They don't learn. They're not going to change. And they're going to be pieces of crap forever. Thank goodness that this is actually a positive story. The boy survived it. Nothing worse ended up happening. And the dad has full custody and he deserves it. That mother should never be able to see this boy again. Why should she even be out of prison ever again? All she's going to do is continue to keep pushing drugs. It's one less person to worry about. But let me know what you guys think. We're pretty harsh on a lot of things in our society. I think we should just be just as hard as we are on drugs as we are anything else. From my heart to yours, thank you for listening. Leave a comment in the comment section, like, share, subscribe to the AFC podcast, where we advocate for children first. I love you guys, and we'll see you later. Thank you.